morning, boys and girls, and happy Sabbath. I am so excited to be here with you for another Nature Nugget. And this week's Nature Nugget animal is super exciting and so cute. I can't wait to share it with you. So let's jump in and learn about another one of God's amazing creatures. All right, let's go over our clues. Clue number 1, they can smell a seal den 1 mile away. And clue number 2, they have smaller ears so that reduces the surface area so they don't lose very much heat. All right, let's think about it. What animal could it be? That's right, this week's Nature Nugget is all about the Arctic fox. So let's jump in and learn some fun facts about it. All right, this week's Bible verse is, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." Matthew 5:6. If you like dogs and watching how they behave, you're probably going to find the Arctic fox just as fascinating because it is related to dogs and other foxes. The Arctic fox are the smallest of the foxes, about the same size as a house cat. They live in the tundra and pack ice regions of the Arctic Circle, where temperatures are very cold. They can live in these harsh, icy conditions, which are up to minus 70 degrees Celsius, thanks to their thick fur, which insulates them from the cold, keeping their body temperature constant. Even their feet are furry. They are said to have the warmest fur of any Arctic animal, even more than that of a polar bear. Like swans, they mate for life, and both mommy and daddy fox take care of the pups as they grow. Apart from these family times, they tend to live on their own. Most of their time is spent hunting for food. They use all their senses when they hunt. Their sense of hearing is so sensitive that they can even hear small rodents and creatures below ground. When they do, they will sit and wait until an animal pops up and will then pounce on it for a meal. Arctic foxes are the smallest foxes that live in the Arctic region. They live in dens and snow tunnels, and their furry soles, short muzzle, and small ears are an important adaptation that God gave them to live in cold and snowy weather. Arctic foxes are covered in a white coat. The white color blends in with the surrounding snow and ice. When the season changes, the coat colors also change. The coat turns brown or gray, which blends in with the surrounding rocks. The changes in the coat color help foxes hunt for food. They often hunt for lemmings, seabirds, and fish. Their wide ears are effective in hearing the movements of their prey, and when they have located their prey, they pounce straight up and down on their victim. The Arctic fox can be found in Canada, the United States, specifically in Alaska, Greenland, Russia, Norway, Scandinavia, and Iceland. In Iceland, it is the only native land mammal. Arctic foxes generally live about 3 to 6 years in the wild. They may die due to predators and hunting. Animals that eat Arctic foxes include the polar bears, wolves, and eagles. Wolves present a greater danger to the Arctic fox. They dig up the fox dens to feed on their young. Arctic foxes are omnivores, so they eat both plants and animals. They feed on lemmings, seabirds, and fish. They also eat seaweed and berries. During the winter, their prey can be scarce. At such times, they follow the polar bears and eat any leftovers that the polar bear has. Arctic foxes sprint. They can sprint up to nearly 30 miles an hour. Arctic foxes hunt. And like we said, they like to hunt for fish and other animals. The couple will either dig out a new den or move into a pre-existing one. After about 52 days, 6 to 8 kits, which is what they call the baby foxes, are born. The parent foxes take care of the young. The female stays with the young to keep them warm and feed them milk. The male will protect the young and find food for the female. The kits first emerge from the den a month after being born. When the kit matures into adults, they separate from their parents and they will find their own partner. The pair will mate every year until one of them dies or is removed from the habitat. There was an amazing report in July of 2019 of a hungry Arctic fox who had walked from the Norwegian islands all the way to northern Canada. Scientists were able to track her because they had fitted her with a satellite tracking collar in March of the previous year. After they had released her, she went on her amazing journey. It took her 3 weeks to travel 940 miles to reach Greenland. Then she walked another 1,200 miles across the Greenland ice sheet and down the Ellesmere Island into Canada. The whole journey took her an impressive 76 days. The scientists who tracked her believed she was looking for food. Isn't it amazing how motivating hunger can be? In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus told his listeners that those who hunger after righteousness will be filled. They will not be left to starve. He has promised that those who follow him because they want to be more like him will be given that ability. I wonder, are we as hungry to be filled with the words of Jesus as the Arctic fox was for food? I believe so. And remember, like the beautiful book Steps to Christ talks about, we can learn more about Jesus in nature. The green fields, the trees, the flowers, even the rivers, all of it speaks to our heart and invites us to become acquainted with Jesus who made them all, including the very adorable Arctic fox. All right, boys and girls, here are your clues for next week's Nature Nugget animal. When they give birth, their baby is 16 feet long. And clue number 2, when they reach their peak, they weigh up to 78,000 pounds. All right, good luck. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I can't wait to see you again next week for another Nature Nugget. Bye.